The Stoics, an ancient school of philosophy, believed that true strength comes from mastering our own emotions rather than trying to control external forces. This wisdom remains profoundly relevant today. Have you ever felt emotionally drained after dealing with someone negative? Toxic people can really disrupt our mental well-being, leaving us feeling frustrated and powerless. But what if there were practical strategies to handle these situations more effectively? In this video, we'll explore 13 Stoic-inspired ideas that can help you navigate toxic relationships with compassion, grace, and resilience. Join me on this journey to safeguard your emotional well-being, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on building mental strength. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolbox of Stoic wisdom to deal with toxic people confidently. So take a breath and let's get started. First, identify and understand the threat. Imagine yourself as a guard protecting your inner peace, your personal citadel. Awareness is your first line of defense against toxic influences. Remember what Epicurus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you judge it that affects you." This is crucial when dealing with toxic people. Their negativity and manipulative behavior don't have to control you. Your reactions and perceptions determine their impact on your inner peace. Developing a calm and objective perspective, like a Stoic gaze, is key. Learn to recognize signs of toxic behavior, such as constant criticism, manipulation through flattery or guilt, and pervasive negativity. There are specific types of toxic personalities to watch for, like the narcissist who craves attention and stirs up drama, the gossip who spreads rumors, and the energy vampire who drains your vitality. Protecting your emotional well-being starts with understanding these toxic behaviors. Like a Roman Stoic philosopher preparing to face an opponent, use your awareness to anticipate and defend your inner peace. Second, strengthen your defenses. Think of yourself as Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. Just as he ruled with strength and wisdom, fortify your emotional boundaries, the walls of your inner citadel. Your boundaries are crucial. They define what behavior you will and won't tolerate. Like a powerful ruler defends their empire, you must protect your emotional territory from toxic influences. Stoic philosophy teaches reason and self-control. Identify behaviors that drain your energy or undermine your sense of self-worth. Whether it's constant negativity from a friend, manipulative actions from a colleague, or intrusive advice from a family member, be clear about what is unacceptable to you. Communicate your boundaries firmly, yet kindly, using I statements to express how specific behaviors impact you. For example, instead of saying, "You're so negative," you could say, "I feel drained when conversations focus only on negative topics." Be specific and assertive without being hostile. By fortifying your emotional boundaries with clarity and determination, you can effectively protect your inner citadel from toxic influences. Regarding the request for space and responding kindly yet firmly, "I need some space right now. I'd be happy to chat later this week." It's important to follow through on your word while communicating assertively and with kindness, ensuring your point is clear without any aggression. On the flip side, setting boundaries isn't a one-time event. When it comes to enforcing them, consistency and firmness are crucial. Imagine a vigilant ruler guarding against invaders. An unstable wall is easily breached. If someone crosses your boundaries, calmly remind them where the line is drawn. It might even mean limiting interaction or walking away entirely. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about punishing others. It's about safeguarding your own well-being. The Stoics avoided harmful gossip by clearly defining their limits, not selfishly, but to preserve their inner peace. In your pursuit of a peaceful life, think of your boundaries as a strong fortress. They define and protect your emotional space. Here's another approach. Imagine dealing with an emotional provocateur who thrives on conflict and negativity. Such toxic individuals seek attention and feed off emotional reactions. The grey rock method, inspired by Stoic principles of emotional control, becomes invaluable here. By emotionally disengaging and responding neutrally, like an uninteresting grey rock, you deny them the reactions they crave. This method involves responding to negativity with bland, truthful statements, avoiding emotional entanglements. For instance, if a toxic friend criticizes your work, simply acknowledge it with a neutral, "That's interesting," refusing to fuel their negativity further. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that true happiness lies in living in the present, free from the need for external validation. Toxic people often seek to control emotions through sarcasm or guilt, but by remaining composed and factual, you prevent getting drawn into their drama. Remember, the grey rock method isn't a quick fix. Some toxic personalities may escalate initially. Stay consistent, maintain your calm, and know that their negativity isn't your responsibility. By adopting this Stoic-inspired approach, you transform from a passive target into an unaffected observer, protecting your inner peace and emotional well-being. Imagine dealing with someone who constantly manipulates you, using deceptive arguments and emotional tactics to break down your boundaries. It can be exhausting and frustrating, but don't worry. Drawing from Stoic principles of unwavering rationality and persistence, we have the broken record technique, a powerful defense strategy. The broken record technique involves calmly and repeatedly stating your position, much like a skipping record that plays the same unyielding message. This straightforward approach is remarkably effective in fending off attempts to sway you and keeping your focus firmly on your needs. Epictetus, a foundational figure in Stoic philosophy, emphasized the importance of perseverance and freedom in setting boundaries. The broken record technique exemplifies this by allowing you to assert your stance firmly and consistently, thereby thwarting emotional manipulation tactics. Manipulators often use emotional strategies like flattery, guilt-tripping, or anger to bend you to their will. The broken record technique helps you deflect these attempts by staying grounded in your rational stance and refusing to be emotionally swayed. By calmly repeating your position, you disrupt the manipulator's flow, exposing the weaknesses in their arguments, much like a strong rock resisting crashing waves until they dissipate. Contrary to common belief, the broken record technique isn't about confrontation, but about maintaining steadfastness with reason and logic. It empowers you to protect your boundaries and inner peace with determined resolve. Imagine a skilled angler casting a baited hook of negativity, provocations, insults, or guilt trips to hook you into emotional drama. Toxic people often use this strategy, seeking reactions to fuel their negativity. However, Stoic philosophy offers a powerful defense: indifference. Indifference, as understood by Stoics like Epictetus, isn't apathy, but a state of emotional detachment from things that disturb our reason. It means not being swayed by negative emotions or judgments that distort our clarity. This distinction is crucial when dealing with toxic individuals. Stoic indifference helps you avoid getting entangled in their drama bait by maintaining emotional distance and clarity. It's a shield against being drawn into unnecessary conflicts or emotional turmoil. By practicing indifference, you uphold your peace of mind and stay aligned with Stoic principles of reason and resilience in the face of adversity. Recognize the strategy. The first step is being aware of their tactics. Learn to recognize the signs when a toxic person tries to draw you in. Is it a cutting remark, a disguised insult, or a guilt trip masked as a suggestion? Once you identify their strategy, you can disarm it to some extent. The goal of their bait is to provoke a reaction like anger, irritation, or defensiveness. It's crucial to detach yourself from these emotional triggers. Choosing Stoic indifference is a deliberate decision to avoid getting entangled in negativity. Imagine spotting their bait and calmly assessing it, untouched by its potential to upset you. Let the drama fade away. By not responding to their negativity, you diminish their power over you because they lack the fuel of your reaction. Without a response, their attempts to provoke drama lose momentum, leaving their harsh words hanging in the air, eventually losing their impact. This isn't about becoming cold and unfeeling. Stoicism encourages positive emotions but emphasizes detaching from negative ones beyond your control. Practicing Stoic indifference transforms you from a passive participant in their drama into a calm observer. It shows that you won't be drawn into their emotional turmoil. Your inner peace remains intact, a sanctuary unaffected by their attempts to disrupt it. The art of non-reaction is key. Imagine someone skilled in verbal conflict, adept at using words to provoke and dominate. Some toxic individuals thrive in this arena. They aim to anger, humiliate, and draw you into their emotional turmoil. Enter Stoic non-reaction, a powerful strategy often underestimated. Planned silence disrupts their game plan, disarming them. Astonishingly, silence isn't easy for everyone, but it's effective. The urge to react, defend, or win is natural, but Stoicism teaches us the power of mastering our responses. Maintaining composure at critical moments demonstrates true control. To understand the strength of non-reaction, consider Marcus Aurelius, the Roman Stoic emperor. Halting the toxic dance. Toxic people rely on predictable patterns. They expect negative responses, which perpetuates their toxic cycle. By withholding your reaction, you break this pattern, denying them the emotional response they seek. Imagine a tennis player serving to an empty court. The silence after their powerful serve speaks volumes. In this context, silence isn't merely absence. It's a method of communication that speaks volumes without words. It shows your strong self-control and refusal to engage in negativity. It conveys strength and a lack of susceptibility to emotional manipulation. Remember Marcus Aurelius' advice. Instead of debating what a good person should be, focus on becoming one. A Stoic's virtues shine through your calm demeanor, rational, undisturbed by external provocations. Prepare for escalation. When you choose non-reaction, plan your responses carefully. Toxic individuals might intensify their verbal attacks to provoke a reaction. Stay composed and steadfast in your silence. It's a powerful tool of the strong. Non-reaction isn't a universal solution, but it's crucial in your Stoic toolkit. It can disarm toxicity, safeguard your inner peace, and show mastery over your emotions when used wisely. Choosing silence sends a potent message. You refuse to participate in their negativity. Limit exposure. Picture yourself in a fortress where boundaries preserve your mental well-being. Even strong walls can't fully shield you from external threats. Similarly, toxic individuals may attempt to breach your defenses. This is where the Stoic principle of controlling what's within your power applies. While you can't control their actions, you can control your time spent with them. Minimizing interaction is your initial defense. Establishing physical distance is key. Can you avoid them altogether? Reschedule meetings or politely excuse yourself from harmful discussions. It's about self-protection, not rudeness. Like a wise leader avoids unnecessary battles, you avoid unnecessary negativity. Yet complete avoidance isn't always possible. Toxic individuals might be colleagues, family, or friends. In such cases, emotional distancing becomes essential. Follow Epictetus's wisdom. Happiness and freedom begin with understanding what you can and can't control. Emotional detachment doesn't mean indifference. You can acknowledge negativity without letting it affect you. Practice mental detachment by observing their behavior objectively, without getting emotionally caught up in it. Cognitive reframing. People who bring negativity into your life often try to control your emotions. Drawing from Stoic wisdom, cognitive reframing can help. Instead of letting their pessimism affect you, reframe their actions as observations. For instance, if a colleague is constantly complaining, see it as them having a tough day rather than letting it bring you down. Toxic individuals thrive on negativity, so it's crucial to focus on the positive. Don't let them steal your happiness. Concentrate on the things you love, your hobbies, meaningful work, and supportive friends. Let these positive aspects shield you emotionally, a sanctuary from the negativity they bring. It's not weakness to protect your peace of mind by limiting your exposure to toxic people and practicing self-care. Stoics emphasize leading a moral life and acting rationally. By reducing interactions with negative people, you create space to nurture your inner well-being. Imagine your fortress surrounded by a moat, a physical and emotional barrier protecting your peace from toxic influences. Build your support system. Picture yourself as a guard at the entrance to your inner castle, fortified with boundaries. You've mastered not reacting and minimized your exposure to toxic individuals. But even the bravest warrior needs allies for defense. Your support system acts like a stoic phalanx, ensuring inner calm in the face of negativity. Stoic philosophers like Seneca stressed living in harmony with nature. A network of virtuous individuals who share your beliefs provides crucial support, wisdom, and encouragement during tough times. A strong support system buffers the impact of toxic people, offering a safe space to share and analyze experiences. Trusted friends or family provide understanding and compassion, bolstering emotional resilience and reminding you that you're not alone. Toxic people may undermine your self-worth, but a supportive network reaffirms your value and abilities. Their belief in you strengthens your resolve when negativity looms large. Building a strong support network is a continuous journey. Nurture your existing relationships and connect with like-minded individuals who share your values. Here are practical ways to achieve this. Quality time investment. Spend meaningful time together, share experiences, and listen actively. Community engagement. Join clubs, volunteer groups, or online communities that align with your interests. Gratitude. Show appreciation to those who support you. By cultivating a robust support system, you create a shield against negativity. Positive influences foster strength, perspective, and optimism. Remember, even the strongest fortress benefits from a solid defense. Your support network becomes your unwavering protection, safeguarding your inner peace. Prioritize self-care as you would tend to wounds after battle. It replenishes your emotional reserves and builds resilience. Incorporate self-care into your daily routine as an investment in your mental well-being. Activities like pursuing hobbies, exercising, and meditation are essential for managing stress and negativity. Find solace in nature, embracing Stoic principles of harmony with the natural world. Time spent outdoors enhances mood and provides essential perspective for combating negativity. Practice self-awareness continuously. Listen to your body's signals and prioritize self-care to prevent burnout. Establish boundaries that safeguard your time and well-being. Putting yourself first isn't selfish. It's crucial for emotional resilience and personal growth. Integrating self-care into your Stoic lifestyle cultivates emotional strength and balance. Like a Stoic warrior, preparing with strong armor and a sharp sword, nurturing your well-being equips you to face life's challenges with clarity and resilience. In navigating toxic people, adopt the Stoic concept of prou papier, viewing yourself as an objective observer outside the emotional turmoil. Detach yourself from their negativity, understanding that their behavior reflects their own struggles, not your worth. By employing this detachment, you can deflect their toxicity. Toxic individuals often project their insecurities onto others through blame and criticism. By applying pro vocabule, maintain emotional distance, and observe their behavior objectively. Recognize that their negativity stems from their internal issues, not from any fault of yours. When you're able to step back from a situation, remember that someone else's behavior isn't a reflection of who you are. Rather, it mirrors their own struggles and challenges. Think of it like a dark cloud passing over. It casts a shadow, but it doesn't change the sky above, where the sun continues to shine bright. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, reminds us that our time on earth isn't short. Rather, we often waste much of it. This underscores the importance of staying true to the Stoic path. The time we have is sufficient, given to us for meaningful reasons, provided we use it wisely. To safeguard your precious time and energy, steer clear of toxic influences, maintain emotional distance, prioritize your well-being, and stay committed to the Stoic principles that lead to a life of virtue and tranquility. Detachment isn't about apathy. It's about preserving your inner peace amid emotional storms. While you can show compassion for others' struggles, you needn't let their turmoil consume you. Practicing Stoic detachment means shifting from a passive target to a centered observer. Remember, the sun still shines brilliantly above the clouds. Don't try to fix others. The urge to heal and play therapist can be strong, especially with loved ones whose actions harm others. But in Stoicism, this path often leads to frustration and emotional depletion. Just as plants choked by weeds need their own effort to thrive, toxic individuals must find their own will to change. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what you can control, your own reactions and choices, rather than trying to change others. Toxic individuals are responsible for their actions. They must choose to confront their negative emotions and seek virtue. You can't do it for them without creating an unhealthy dynamic. Stoicism teaches accepting what you can't control, including others' behavior, and freeing yourself from futile efforts to change them. Think of your inner peace as a flourishing garden, your Stoic sanctuary. Toxic people, with their negativity, are like weeds that threaten your growth. Spending energy trying to uproot them from someone else's garden wastes your efforts. Focus instead on nurturing positive relationships, cultivating virtues, and practicing self-care. Stoicism also values helping others find virtue. If you feel compelled, you can gently encourage self-reflection in toxic individuals. But remember your limits. Don't try to dictate their path. Offer resources like books on communication or suggestions for therapy, leaving them to decide their own course of action. Your own life is the most powerful example of Stoic principles. By embodying calm, measured responses and a commitment to virtue, you can quietly inspire others. This is the essence of leading by Stoic example, demonstrating the transformative power of these ideas. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, dealing with a toxic person can be exhausting. It's crucial to recognize when it's best to step away. In such situations, Stoicism advises setting boundaries and, if necessary, removing yourself to protect your own well-being. Remember, you can't change their path, but you can choose yours. Instead of being a frustrated fixer, embrace the role of a Stoic facilitator. You can offer support without sacrificing your own health, nurturing a garden within yourself that thrives despite negativity elsewhere. Consider when it's time to walk away. Imagine seeking safety in the peace of your Stoic sanctuary. You've cultivated emotional detachment and fortified your boundaries, yet toxic negativity persists, threatening your peace. Knowing when to withdraw is a fundamental Stoic principle. Deciding to leave a toxic relationship, even with close family or colleagues, can be incredibly tough. But prioritizing your mental health is paramount. Stoicism values leading a virtuous, rational life. Maintaining a relationship that disturbs your inner calm contradicts these values. Removing yourself from such toxicity preserves your Stoic sanctuary and emotional well-being. Your inner serenity is sacred, a refuge nurtured through self-care and Stoic principles. Toxic negativity is like a relentless siege on your fortress. Safeguard your emotional health by stepping away. Focus on what truly matters. Seneca reminds us that life is precious and fleeting. Wasting time on unhealthy relationships robs you of valuable opportunities for positive connections and meaningful experiences. Accepting what you cannot control is central to Stoicism, especially others' behavior. Detaching from negativity doesn't signify weakness. It's a deliberate choice to protect yourself from harm, prioritizing your mental and physical health. Moving on isn't a decision to make lightly. Consider if you've exhausted other options, tried communicating or setting boundaries, and assessed the impact on your well-being. Imagine this. You're about to start a long journey, burdened by a heavy bag filled with resentment towards someone toxic. This weight slows you down, saps your energy, and blocks your progress. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness means unloading this emotional baggage, not for the other person's sake, but for your own. Stoics emphasize accepting what's beyond your control, including others' actions. Harboring hatred for someone toxic falls squarely into this category. Holding on to negative feelings only harms you, contaminating your present and clouding your future. Stoic teachings offer a path to self-forgiveness and freedom from negativity. Focus inward. Stoics believe true power lies in controlling your own thoughts and actions, rather than external events or others' behaviors. To regain control of your inner world and cultivate peace, start by forgiving yourself and letting go of lingering animosity. Stoic forgiveness doesn't mean excusing toxic behavior. It's about acknowledging what happened, accepting it's beyond your control, and choosing to move forward with a lighter heart. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Forgiveness empowers you to reclaim this inner strength. Break the cycle of negativity. Resentment imprisons you long after the toxic person is gone. Forgiving yourself breaks these emotional chains of the past. Forgiveness is a journey, not an instant fix. Here are steps to foster self-forgiveness. Acknowledge your feelings. Recognize any anger, hurt, or resentment you feel. Repressing these emotions delays healing. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a friend in pain. Shift your perspective. Try to see the situation objectively. Was the toxic person acting from malice, or were other factors at play? Changing your viewpoint fosters empathy and opens the path to forgiveness. By forgiving yourself, you gift yourself emotional healing and progress. Picture yourself lighter in mind and heart, ready to embrace future adventures with renewed strength and tranquility. These 13 Stoic-inspired methods can transform you from a victim of toxicity to a warrior of inner peace. Remember, a life free from negativity is a life worth pursuing.